helicopters. I will scout the area and
Welcome back to Dark
our
Skies.
plan. There is a watchtower
We have a little bit
not
of
far
narration
from our
going on
current
here, but I'm going to
location.
talk over it.
Alright, good work.
It's one of those
How do
cutscenes.
you feel?
I'm quite alright, thank you.
I mean, it shows off a really pretty level, and I especially like the tree growing on top of this rock
That's
formation
good to
there.
hear. Watch out, people. We still don't know where the enemy forces are coming from.
But that one character, the other soldier that is with us, is about to enter a watchtower and actually walk up the stairs.
Don't forget about the
And that might not strike you as particularly interesting or unusual, but to get this going in Game Guru is a major feat,
I have a
actually.
night vision scope. I can warn you when I see something.
This is the watchtower.
Alright. I will do my best to send more help soon, but it's not easy. This operation has not been approved officially.
Dark Skies has a lot of little things that will not be noticed by most players, but are actually really hard to do.
Igor and Vizinov out. Time to take some stairs. At least the radiation values are quite low. Always stay positive.
I like that little line that he says there. It's little stuff like this that makes NPCs feel like people and not just animated puppets in a video game. There he goes. A lot of new custom animated weapons in the game. This is a Groza, which is an Ukrainian special forces weapon from way back in the day. I don't think these are still in use.
Alright, Vizinov, I have reached the top of the watchtower. If I see something, I will let you know.
Okay, let's go. I like the metallic glistening of the watchtower. Dark Skies is pretty good in giving every level a distinct vibe. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I need to get used to speaking English first. Dark Skies is really good at giving individual levels distinct feels, vibes, you know, atmosphere. The sound design is pretty good in most of them. It feels very natural and very nocturnal. Which is an element that many indie games
So
or even
far,
AAA games
no
completely
movement.
neglect.
All clear.
Understood.
Ah. Logistica. I learned a bit of Cyrillic with the Duolingo app on the phone, you know. You get little 3-minute
I
lessons,
can see
and if you
something
do
on the
one
top
every
of the
day,
tower. Maybe you should check
a
it
couple
out.
weeks in, and you can read a different language.
Thank you, Igor.
And once you can read Russian, you notice that a lot of it is very similar to European languages, like logistica, logistics. creepy little town.
You own your own Vizinov. I can't see you there. Watch your back.
All right.
I know it's all fake, but the fact that he is surveying me from the watchtower with his sniper rifle, it kind of breaks up the gameplay. And after all, everything in a video game is an illusion, so the fact that he's not really actually shooting mutants around me, I'm pretty sure that most players won't realize that. As I said, pretty good sound design. I was convinced that there was something behind me. Good texture work on the walls. A lot of Game Guru titles are really washed out.
I just saw something moving behind the house.
There it is. These are actually pretty efficient mutant designs, the way they are just crawling around. Gentle fog being on the floor here. There it is. Oh well. I'm not the first and probably not the last to say this, but combat in Dark Skies is its weakest part.
Got him.
Good job.
Like, it's impossible to say what kind of damage a weapon does, because with these mutants sometimes you shoot them once or twice and they fall over, and with other guns you have to empty an entire magazine. Same with other enemies.
You are leaving my line of sight. Good luck, man. I will stay here. If something happens to the van, we are in trouble.
No problem.
The voice acting adds a lot to the game. Ah. Almost spider-like the way they move. Very good animations. A lot of the older BSP weapons are a bit iffy. But this custom stuff for the game is really spot on. There's the crashed helicopter.
There it is. Found
I actually remember a really early version of Dark Skies where the helicopter was just
They probably ended
It had
up
no
in the
visible
mutant
damage, it was
press.
just a big black helicopter.
You're probably right.
Things have come a long way since then. Yeah, these warehouse environments remind me of some jobs I had when I was in my 20s. And I think there's nothing quite as boring as one of those warehouse jobs. And the people you work with in some of those places, god damn. Oh, there's nothing going on over there. There are earlier videos where I play this level where I absolutely don't find the helicopters running around forever. But it's like the third time I'm playing this level, so well, I don't actually remember where they are, but I kinda intuitively feel where I need to go, if that makes sense. Neat. There's no real reason why these weapons would be where they are, but I don't care. I'm glad when I find a new gun. Aha! Got you as stuck. The fact that they can't navigate the map really well is not the fault of the creator of the game. It's because Game Guru AI is not actually aware of its environment. There's no nav mesh and new stuff like that. They're somewhat similar to AI in FPS Creator, only a lot more obtuse and annoying to work with. AI in FPS Creator was really easy to customize for specific things, but in Game Guru that's, as I said before, really difficult to do. It's the use of very similar assets that over and over again that allows these maps to be so large but still play at such a high frame rate in this engine. And you don't really notice it here. Those new draw animations are pretty cool too. Now it's somewhere here, I remember. Think further down this path. The non-existent path that I'm on. Just the lookup table for this level gives everything a strangely red tint in places. It's a nitpick, but I think this map looked better before you added the LUT. Lookup table. I know that there are probably Zoomers who think that this is a waste of time, but I actually like it when games don't give you an indicator where to go. There have been so many gorgeous games, like The Witcher 3 is one that comes to mind, and many other open world games where I feel that I missed a lot of the game because I was simply following a waypoint marker or just staring at the minimap. And here it is.
I found the black box.
Nice work.
Just a lovely level. It's one of my favorites in the game. Ah, another invisible gun. Ooh, this one's rough. Alright, one more helicopter to go and then I can move on to the next level. Somewhere around here. I'm sure of it. Here's my new favorite gun in the game. Don't worry guys, I'm commenting on this after the fact, so I know that I'm going to find the helicopter eventually. Thanks for your patience if you're still watching. Didn't run into any mutants for a while now. I think these are all spawned simultaneously and then they roam the map. Very different approach than I would have, but every developer does things in his own way with... Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm very sorry. Every developer does things in his own way, so we have a lot of variety in how games feel and operate, and that is a good thing. I must apologize, it's sometimes difficult to... There we go. Narrate something in a foreign language to yourself. Looking glitch out. I got him. And there it is. This was completely by accident, by the way, that I happened to find it now. The level is a bit dark and the helicopters are hidden a bit well, so I'm relatively sure there are people who got this far and then just quit.
Found the black box.
Good job. Keep an eye out, Vizina.
I'm sorry if there's audible hammering in the video now, because my neighbors are actually renovating the house. Nothing I can do about that. Let's go back to Igor. Ah. There's actually a bit of suspense in this level, which is nice. Sorry, little break, I had to let in the cat. And we're back. There's not so much I can say here that I haven't said before, given that we are mostly just roaming around the level. Now we have to return to the truck, which is up this road. Oh! I love the rate of fire on this thing. But those are all little things that could have been improved a little. Like some pistols don't have the slide animated. Just polishing the weapons. I mean, sure, there are limitations to what can be done, and this game has a lot of weapons. 70, I think. So this is just me nitpicking. This building has a rather low resolution texture. And it kind of stood out to me because it seems not so long ago that stuff looking like this in video games was considered great graphics and photorealistic. Well, it's actually been a while, but I'm in my early 30s and I grew up during a time where 3D games were making leaps and bounds every year, and I still remember conversations with my brother about the great graphics of something like Silent Hill 2, which kinda looked like the building of it down there.
No sign of the crew, but I was able to retrieve the 3 black boxes.
Excellent work. Igor, we have a new mission for you. I will tell you the details in a minute. Vizinov, having 2 operators in Nemansk gives me new options. Get in the van and drive southeast. I will explain everything when you're ready.
Roger that.
It was a pleasure to work with you. See you soon, Vizinov.
Yes, we are a good team. See you.
Imagine getting directions like that in real life. Where are we going to meet up? Drive southeast. It's just very vague.
Black boxes. There is also something else of importance. This road is one of the very few exit points where vehicles can enter or leave Nemansk. We need to be able to observe it all the time. There is an airdrop coming to your location. It should arrive in about 10 minutes. The airdrop contains a device that records radio frequencies and works as an observation tool within the radius of 5 miles.
Look at this
If we manage
weather.
to install it on a high point, we will always know what happens in this area.
I will take care of this, and also deal with those guys. I will report when it's done.
Visually, the game is really on point. Look at this fog. Look at the way it's rotating in the sky. You get little... oh. Ozero. Ah, damn it. Arosk. Sorry. I'm not that good yet. You also notice the little lightning strikes in the background. And just being able to see these forest line up out in the distance. Doing that in Game Guru is actually quite a challenge. Human enemies again. Those are a bit more interesting to fight. Got him. There were earlier versions of the game where you had to dump entire magazines into human enemies as well, but I'm glad that has been changed. Neat. This level is gigantic. There's a dried up lake, huge stretches of road and forest. Well, forest in the background actually, but you know what I mean. It's big. I think the enemies are about to spawn. Let's go check it out. Look how wet this looks. What do we find here? Oh! There's the helicopter.
I got the black box.
And the black box. Yeah, that was a good place to spawn the enemies. There he is. I've seen complaints about the game where that you don't see the enemies, and that's actually realistic. I remember in the early 2000s there was a phase where games had enemies that had a lot of glowing attachments to them. Quite a few games did that, especially middle market ones, but I think the most notable one was Fear 2. Every enemy looked like a Christmas tree. And they even highlighted them when you switched on the slow motion effect. I actually liked that game, but that was a strange design choice. And there's the last helicopter.
Got it. I got the black box.
Great work, Bizinov. Your airdrop has just arrived. It's on the other side of the lake. Go get there quickly and retrieve the observation device.
A lot of the game is just... Oh, this is nice. A lot of the game is just running around the levels. I don't mind that, but I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people who will find this bad design. There he is. You forgot to change the weapon distance value in your gun spec file. I think you should bump those up to infinity for the next update. Stuff like that is rather infuriating. Also, Mi-hole is from the DDR, not from the... Well, those were also Soviet, so I guess it kind of fits. The gas station name, I mean. Nice little animation on the SVD Dragunov. All right. I've been playing this game for... There's another crashed helicopter. Regardless, I've been playing this game for quite a while. I was also somewhat involved in the development, and it's just now that I realized that this level has been inspired by Stalker, A Call of Pripyat. Which is obvious, but it just crossed my mind now. Ah, there's a shotgun here. Just great to see so many custom weapon designs.
Headquarter. I just found the airdrop and took the device.
Very good. Now climb the radio tower near the road. Install the observation device at the top. Watch out up there.
At least I'm not afraid of heights. I'm on my way.
I know I don't have the most interesting commentary right now. But I still think that I can at least showcase the game. There he is. It's nice to have ragdolls, but they tend to be a little goofy sometimes. Again, something I wish that we had more control over in this engine. Now I'm gonna check out this other helicopter. The map has a lot of interesting background detail. Well, there's no black box, that's for sure. This is either completely unrelated helicopter, or you forgot to remove that one. Let's check out this island here. Giant satellite dishes in the distance. Another trick I would do if this were my game is double the time you can sprint. But that's a matter of opinion and design choice as well. I ordinarily don't have any... Oh, it is actually fully 3D. Cool. As I was going to say, these guys expected me to come from the other direction. Cute. As I said, I usually don't have a stamina meter in my games because I don't see the value of it. There we go. And that is the radio tower. This is another Game Guru eccentricity, which is the way this ladder works. It's kind of stubborn. Like I'm stuck right now. And there have actually been several attempts at working ladders in Game Guru and FPS Creator 2. We figured it out for both engines eventually, like I have a different system than this in my game. But yes, most players likely expect this to be something that is really easy to do or works out of the box, but no. This required a lot of workarounds and stuff. But yeah, the community figured it out eventually, which is always nice. There's some missing faces here. I know, Lord of the Nitpicks. But when I see it, I point it out.
Headquarter.
Here we go.
I installed the observation device at the top of the tower. Quite windy up here. What's next?
Look at how retardedly large this level is.
What is happening?
Easy enough. Get to the warehouse.
That's genuinely creepy. Good job.
You don't have much time. You don't have much time.
Well, then I better get on my way. If I get the ladder to work again. There are two types of players, those who play Eurojank and Slavjank games and kinda roll with this, and those who are used to AAA titles and think that this is unbearable. But the second kind would never buy this game, so it kinda cancels itself out. Still, despite the arguably goofy enemies, the game manages to give a bit of a spooky vibe here and there, which is kinda cool.
Listen now. Go to the warehouse. Quickly. You don't have much time.
And as I always said, I just love the landscape design in the game. And this concludes the video for this time. Thank you for watching.